Calm is an exciting product because it uses ingredients that are actually proven to treat rosacea. In fact, retinaldehyde, which I'll call the #1 ingredient in Calm because of that fact, was proven in research in the 90s to be effective in the treatment of rosacea. And it's the only non-prescription ingredient out there that's proven effective to treat rosacea. And actually many rosacea websites discuss using retinaldehyde, so you can feel confident when you recommend Calm for your rosacea sufferers that it'll be very effective for them. Now, that being said, it's a very stimulating product, so be prepared for those individuals who overreact to it. Always start them off very slow with the product, especially if you have a very sensitive rosacea sufferer. You want to start them off with maybe a half a pump in the morning once a day, and then work up to a pump in the morning once a day, and then work up to 1 pump twice a day of the Calm. Of course, this is being combined with Replenish. And then you work your way up, hopefully, to a point where they can actually use 2 pumps of Calm twice a day. Now, what's in there that helps keep the inflammation and redness down besides retinaldehyde? Willow herb extract. Willow herb extract is proven to be as strong as hydrocortisone, but it doesn't thin the skin. It's a very natural, very healthful ingredient, and we use it at very high doses. That's why Calm is so dark, because we're using very high doses of the willow herb extract, and we find it to be a very effective tool in keeping people's skin calm. Now, in the overall physiology of rosacea, remember that they have 3 processes going on. First, they have something causing their problem, which I believe to be digestive, and you'll see that in my skin conditions conversation, which creates inflammation in the cheeks, face, nose, forehead area sometimes, right? So this inflammation builds, and in the beginning they get occasional recurring redness, and then it becomes chronic redness, and then they start to develop scar tissue. Well, the reason they develop this chronic redness is because their skin is smoldering. It's inflamed and it's smoldering at all times. Well, why is that important? Smoldering inflammation is well known to thin collagen layers. So that's why their facial capillaries, also known as telangiectasias, increase over time. And you'll see sometimes with rosacea sufferers, their capillaries will increase at a very rapid rate. Well, that tells you that for those individuals, if they say, you know what, just in the last 6 months or a year, my facial capillaries have, or, you know, as they call them, I guess, broken capillaries, are increasing at a very rapid rate, that tells you that their inflammation is powerful, and you've got to work quickly, because normal skin ages at about 1% a year. Rosacea skin ages at a much more fast rate. So, you use your retinaldehyde, which one of the reasons I believe it works is because it's rebuilding what I call the collagen sandwich. You see, as you thicken the dermis back up, you start to rebuild the tissue that covers capillaries so they become less visible. That's why I think this serum is so innovative, because so many people give you rosacea serums that are actually only designed to calm or moisturize or soothe, rather than actually rebuilding and actually addressing scar tissue, which is the second exciting component of this. So we're working on collagen formation. The ingredients that do that are niacinamide, are retinaldehyde, 1,3-beta-glucan, chlorella, a little R-lipoic acid. All of those ingredients are in there, and they are designed to stimulate collagen and elastin. But then you need to actually stimulate the scar tissue removal. Now, scar tissue removal is a tricky thing. It's called FIMA. You know, I'm not going to tell you this is a quick process. I believe that it takes many years of macrophage activity, and I'll explain that in a second, to actually create substantial change in any scar tissue. But I do believe it's constantly working on it, which is good, because remember, they're constantly building up their scar tissue, so you need to be working at it on a day-by-day basis. The ingredient we use for that is 1,3-beta-glucan, which you may have heard about in some of our other serums. One of the main reasons that I use these active ingredients in many different serums is, number one, because I like the concept of crossover ability, which means that one serum can actually treat several conditions at the same time. For example, if you have rosacea but you have mild acne, you can use this product. If you have rosacea but you're oily, you can use this product. If you have rosacea and you're aging, you can use this product. So it works on many different aspects of the skin. So we want to help work on the scar tissue. We use 1,3-beta-glucan for that. We want to feed the skin and calm the skin, and so we use the antioxidant and the fibroblast stimulator, niacinamide, and that's an effective tool. Now, we don't want to use too much niacinamide because we don't want to over dilate the face, because that's, of course, one of the issues that they're trying to face. But we believe we use just enough to help create a very healthy glow, while, of course, increasing the food supply to the skin. So between all the calming agents, between all the fibroblast stimulators, with the use of this scar tissue remodeler, we actually create a very dramatic effect on rosacea skin types. Now, of all of the products that I sell, rosacea is probably the most controversial in that we get the most negative feedback on this serum. And that's why I'm going to take the time once again to tell you, when you get a client on this product, you need to start them slowly and work their way up. Now, if your client responds very quickly, wonderful. That means they're probably not a late-stage rosacea sufferer, and they're going to respond more rapidly. I also believe that rosacea should be used first in the morning, because it's the redness during the day that's their biggest issue, and so you want to use these calming agents in the morning for that issue as well. So be careful with it. Remember, it's a very dark serum, and that's another thing. What you want to apply it first before you apply your antioxidant serum, because you want the darker serums to get into the epidermal barriers first, not only because they are the most important treatment in the protocol, but also because the color will absorb more readily for the very fair-skinned individuals. And as we know, rosacea sufferers are often very fair-skinned. So enjoy the product, and make sure to check out our skin conditions video talking about rosacea for more information on that, the anatomy and physiology of that skin condition.